Okay, I'm back. And I'm back. Back. Okay, let's reverse that. Let's have a look at Paul. Is that where I left off earlier? I don't know. Not sure. That's where I was. Or not. I can't tell. Okay, let's go in. So we did the cornfield. We did the other thing. We might do some little... what I'm going to do, I'm going to come up here. I'm going to go with some almost reddish spots. Kind of through here. Red. Go with hard and big. Kind of like a red flower field. Kind of red poppies or something. I don't know what they'd be called. But we'll put some red ones in here. See what the heck happens. Go down a little, zoom in a little more. Just to give it a little something different besides just the yellows. I remember when I had Kohl Photo Paint, there was a couple of different tools on there that allowed you to kind of sprinkle and spray points like this all over the damn place. It made it a lot quicker. This one, however, is really slow. But that's okay. We don't mind if it's slow. As long as it's working, it'll work. It'll do. Dotty dots everywhere. Now, earlier I had to leave because there was a snake up in the... There's a big one there. There was a snake up in the shed. So I had to go and assist with the attempt to remove it. But it ended up escaping and removed itself, basically, which is probably a better thing to happen anyway. Hopefully it won't come back in there. We made a lot of banging around noises. Got some stuff cleared up and cleaned up, so that was good. It needed to be re-sorted. This little reddish field here is going to be like a little reddy. These could be like little wildflowers or something. Field of like wildflowers, or I don't know what would be. But they're red everywhere. So we've got two lots of different colours happening there. Now on this side of the river, we've got some green. And then I've got some back to some yellow. So what am I going to do there? I'm thinking around the church area, that might be like a, well, we might have some, might go for some different kind of things here. We might go to, couple of different spots here that are kind of like sticking up around there. Like dried up bits of branches and stuff going up in the air. But what are we going to have in the background? In the background, well, I don't know. It's hard to tell. Because first we've got to figure out what's in the foreground. I'm going to go with a darker green, kind of a like a kind of a, almost like the Christmas trees that you see, darker at the bottom, a little bit darker down there, some dark coming up here, a bit of dark there, a bit of dark there, go up to a light, almost whitish top. So it's kind of like some bushes there. Now we're going this way. I'm going to go back to black, go back down to hard, full on hardness. Go to a brownish colour. Get this bark kind of worked up. Doesn't have to be great, it's just got to work up across. A bit like the bits here. Yep, there. Bits everywhere, going all over the darn place. Just want to make rough little pieces coming off bits here and there. Doesn't have to be spectacular, it's just got a bit like a tree. And have a bit of a strange set of branches going off. Over that way. Just a little extra come up with it. And then a bit more crap out there. Random bits coming off. Can be all over the place, doesn't matter, not really a big deal. And not having to be perfect either, just having to be recognisable as a tree limb. And of course, like so. And it's kind of like a bit like a tree's got a little bit of thickness to it without being overly big. Okay, so that's pretty okay there. I'm just gonna play with that for a moment, get that sorted. Bit of colour, bit of thicker trunk at the base, down into the earth. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Ah, da, da, da. Da, 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 dee. Ah, da, da, da. Ba, ba, da, 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 da. Wouldn't it be nice if we were older and we couldn't have to wait so long? Da, 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 da. In the kind of world where we belong. Don't wanna make it that much better. You could say goodnight and stay forever. What's that? What does that do? I don't know what that does. No, it's not allowed. Whatever it is, it doesn't work. Well, we don't want it at 100. We want it down. Soft and fluffy. We could try that. Soft and fluffy. Let's try that. Soft and fluffy. Well, oh, that gives you an idea of what it, I had no idea that it could do this. Well, I didn't know. Well, there you go. Let's try it. This is interesting. Back to colour. Go to our greens. Go to our very dark. We go down. A little smaller. No, we want a green. Hang on a minute. Brush preview. Soft and fluffy. Soft and fluffy. Why have I got no colour? Is it not letting me do it? Colour. Green. Back on there. Why have I got no colour? Why isn't it working? Fluffy watercolour. The fluffy watercolour's working. Why is that? I don't really want it to be fluffy watercolour. I want it to be well, that's not really going to work for me. Well, maybe it'll work. Who knows? I mean, it's far enough in the distance, it may work. Maybe. Maybe not. Gum trees are kind of all over the darn place, aren't they? They're a bit sporadic with where their leaves are. Well, we'll see how we go. We'll give it a burl, try it out, and hopefully it'll give us some kind of a result. It's not too bad. How's that working? Is that working? I don't know. It's hard to tell. Get the leaves to go a little bigger, a little bit further out. It's a little bit more, looks like it's a little bit more of a tree than an actual just like a little tiny thing that's going on. A bit more size to it. Okay, now we'll go back to our colour wheel. We'll go to a lighter greeny top colour. It's kind of working. Kind of working. We want it to mingle. We don't want it to just be in one spot. We want it to mingle about. So that there's some light and dark on all edges and sides. I think that's working fairly okay. I mean, I'm not really good at trees. I don't generally do trees and things. But we'll see if that's kind of giving it a bit of a turn. Looks kind of like a tree to me. We'll go even lighter at the very, very top. Put some really big highlights over there. And kind of make it so that there's a little bit of an edge out there, and maybe even here. There we go. Maybe even here. And a little bit there. A little bit there. A little bit out there. A little bit up there. A bit there. Right, now let's remove and go out. No, that'll work. That'll do. It's in the background. We can handle that. That'll do. I think that'll work. Maybe just a little bit of a yellow just on the very, very tip. Here and there, it's one or two splotches of yellowy green. And I'll just put that down and make them harder. There we go. And we'll get a little bit, sometimes when you have a more deliberate spot, it gives a better kind of response. Kind of like dappled light. I'm experimenting. It's all right. don't really know how to do trees, but this will just kind of touch the surface, I think. Has a certain high beard. Love how it's going. Oh, that's good. Hey, Remy Asto and Sean the sheep. Roses are red, broccoli is green. I can't wait until you're 18. I'm long past that, my dear. Long past 18. Like 4 times past it. Well, 3.5 times past it, yeah. Actually, 3 times past it, 33/8. Almost 3 times past it. 5 years shy of being 3 times past it. So, Max, I'm going to have to remove my naughty cat. Max, out. She knows she's not allowed in here while I'm working. So she's going to have to go outside. I just watched an excellent series. Watched it in like a day and a half. It's called American Primeval. It was bloody awesome. What was I just going to do? I was going to do something. Oh. Okay. So, when you're working with trees, people think it's always brown. That's the colour that you need to use, but it's not. Trees can have all kinds of colours on their bark, including yellows, greens. You can have moss growing on them. There's many different things that can be happening with trees. Now I'm going to have to zoom right the heck in to get this tree right, because it's really not exactly where it needs to be. So we're just going to get that kind of shaded in the way it should be. Go down. And see, I'm using like a yellow, greeny yellow colour to just highlight that stem of the tree without taking away from the greens. There's a fly going berserk here in my room. I don't know what it's thinking or what it's doing. It's going crazy. And that's how you do a basic tree. Very basic tree. Now, what we can do then, on top of that, is come back to a dark green, go to the very smallest and very hardest points, and get some really dark splotches going on where it joins the branches. Heavy darkness coming through there. Like almost like you're drawing leaf for leaf, but you're not. Just kind of sporadically making a few adjustments here and there to accommodate. We go even darker in certain points, and that'll really pop the certain parts of the tree really nicely. Don't want to overdo it. But you do want to kind of give yourself some kind of definition to it. Without overkill. Okay. I really don't know what I'm doing, so just don't expect too much of a good thing coming out. It may and it may not work. It may actually get worse. This may be a worsening thing. Hard to tell what it's going to do. Hey, Fizzy, out, out, out. Naughty boy, you're not allowed in here. Come on. No, because you'll tread on my computer and then you'll make me make a mistake and I won't know what I'm doing. Good boy, Fizzle. My Lord. Fizzy, Fizzle, Fizz. Alright, now, whoa. Just, okay. So I'm seeing some lines here that it's asking me to go across. I'm not sure why it's doing that, but it's doing it. And little bits here and there that are just kind of not fully peeking through where they need to be. Okay. Kind of bring that back there. It's like kind of okay, let's go backwards. Let's go out. I think that will do. I'm not going to work much more on the tree right now because if I do, I might ruin it. Gonna go back one to do DEE, save. So it's saying the layer that I'm saving. Okay, let's go. Let's reverse out. Okay, so that's working kind of like how I'd like. Now, I need something to happen here. I don't know what needs to happen here, but something's got to happen here. It's not balancing. But let's first figure out what's happening over here before we try and balance there. Because I don't know what's happening. And I think there may be something that should have been here that's not there. So we'll go to hard watercolour. And we're going to have over here, I'm going to zoom in over there and go up. There's like a tent thing happening here. Don't know what it is. Hang on. Is it a tent or is it like a... I don't know what that is. Oh my God. It shouldn't be happening. Let's go back out. What is that? It's like a... No, it's not a tent. It's something else. It's like a... It's like a large, big old chalet thing going here. And that's gonna have to be coming there. Some kind of window thing there. There's some kind of shingles on the top. So that's kind of like a there, and it's coming back up there. It's coming forward here, across there, to here, there, and that way. Oh, I see. Okay, so it's a 2-story, and it's then got chimney. Out the back, it has an extension part, goes out there. Could be like a big factory of some kind, smokestack, and then some kind of grated driveway there, kind of house under the hill there. It could be like the barn, the background barn maybe. Well, we could see. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to have to colour it. It's going to be wood, of course. It has to be wood. But it could be a lighter shade of wood, maybe there. And we'll go zoom, zoom, zoom. You go up. Looks a mess right now, doesn't it? It looks a mess. Not for long. Soon it's not going to look a mess. I'm just going to colour everything in. All the way. The whole thing coloured in. All the way to the end. And then there. It's going to come up there. It's going to go there. This is going to be where it goes down. Then there's going to be an area there and it goes across. It's going to be where it fills in. And there's going to be the next door barn spot. And then I'm going to have the top roof part there. It's going to go shingles there, up, down, side, and across, over, side, up, along. Okay, chimney 1 and 2. Now, dark brown chalet roof. Forget about the windows right now. We'll deal with the windows later. Get our base colours first, and we'll deal with the windows later. That part there, across here. I'm going to go across here, like so. And then this part is going down slightly lower. Okay. So I'm not worrying about all that other stuff there. I'm going to go one step over, just a slightly lighter. Well, it's still dark, but a lighter colour of it. So you can define between both those roofs. One is far more forward than the other. The back of that house is going to be kind of squished over there. Then there's going to be a little roof here. It's going to be that lighter colour, slightly lighter colour as well. It's going to sit right there, and it's going to sit there. And we're going to have a point there where that then joins this. And then we're going to have a point where this is more forward. So this is more forward. This part of the home is forward. Okay, back to black and minimum. Now we're going to come back in here and we're going to define area. Okay, so we've got that part there. Now, the weird thing's going to be that there's going to be a weather vane thing happening there. And then there's going to be some slattish kind of roof there. in here we're going to have big area for a window. Like that. And then inside there, going to be not so dark. It's going to be more browny grey because it's going inside a room there. Then we're going to use that very colour grey to give ourselves a little bit more definition on our little roof. We're going to go lighter grey again, giving us again more definition and the illusion of a tin styled roof structure, which is fine. And then we're going to go across here and again define. And on this side, we're going to define from the underneath side. Okay. And we're going to define the window line with a lighter colour. There we are. Now, this part here is tricky because this is going to be, this is where it kind of comes, well, I'm not sure what to do here because I'm not really good with spatial awareness. It's going to be a strange house. Okay, so basically, I'm going to go back to black. We only said goodbye with a word. I died 100 times. You go back to her, and I go back to black. I go back to, I go back to black. Now, over in Germany, they have these weird houses with weird old Tudor houses that have like boarding on the side. This might be like them, Tudor style, maybe. Possible. Starting to look a little bit like a gingerbread house. Because we're at the pixelated point here because we're in so close. It's becoming pixelated. So this is a very close zoom. And this is where having the different coloured roof browns is going to help with our distinguishing the roof. Okay, that comes to the end there. Now we're going to finish off this part here. And we're going to put another small round circular window here. That's going to be kind of a strange window. We'll go back for the grey, the indoor grey, which means it's got more light inside if it's more grey. Because it's lighter than the other dark. So this part of the house is higher up, so it's getting more light. This part here might just have a little bit of frost on the window, maybe. I don't know what that is. Maybe. We'll go to a white. Lighter grey. And again, we'll go around with that. Because after all, it is a wooden window. There we go. Now, might actually make this one more defined. A little bit lighter. It's a bit too grey. There we go. Okay, that's a bit more defined. Now, this Tudor colour that's here, this dark colour that's here, well, it could be black on the window, or it may be a black base with a dark brown overlay. But I am pretty sure that it is okay, let's go up here. Brown already, more brown. That's more red, we need more brown. That's more red still, but that's okay. We can highlight a little bit of colour difference here. That won't hurt. Actually might give a little more definition to the windows and the roof. A bit more of a happy little mistake. Chimney is probably going to be well, I'll sort the chimney out soon. But that's kind of going into that, and then that's going into that, so I don't know what's happening here. So here, we're going to have a couple of strange windows. We're going to maybe have a window over at the back here. Maybe have one that's one of those weird roof windows that you can get when you have one of these old houses. That might be what that is. Then we'll go up to a grey. Again, we're going to have a grey. That's too light. We're going to have a grey internal look there. So it's like an attic roof window. Go slightly higher. Get a little bit of glassy looking glass there. And then a little bit of window wood coming across there. Okay, that's working. Now, back to black. And we'll put, I think we'll put a second one over here. I'm going to have to be careful that we keep it relatively in line with the other one. Don't make it too much smaller or too much bigger. We want it relatively the same. It can be slightly different but only slightly. Oh, that's not going to work. There we go. Okay, we'll go back to our grey. Remembering, we're just trying to keep the, we'll go darker grey. Just trying to keep it so that it's kind of, the room's kind of in the dark. Not fully though. Probably doing this ass backwards. People who know how to draw are probably watching and going, oh my God, you're terrible. But I'm doing what I can with what I have. And I'm just enjoying the basicness of doing it. Go back up to a white colour. And we're going to go and give ourselves a white external wood window. There we go. And then we're going to go to a opaque. Yet again, another. Let's make it look as if it's a little bit whiter. So it's like there's some glass there. There we go. I feel like I'm playing Minecraft, but I'm drawing Minecraft. That's what I feel like I'm doing. Okay. Okay, so that and that and that. Okay. Rightio. Now, back to black. And then we're going to do our chimney bricking. And try to okay. And again, chimney brick. Oh, did it again. Screwed it again. I'm just not going to care right now. Oh, what's happened? Okay, I've frozen. Okay, I'm back. Rightio. Let's 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Actually, those top parts are usually just a ceramic pot. So we'll go up a third way. Do a ceramic. Actually, let's undo this one here and go here to the ceramic pot thing. It's on top of the chimney. It's like has a little overhang. Just a small one. And they're usually quite reddish in colour. So chimney top roof. That's too red. Be more like this kind of a ceramic-y red. There we go. That'll kind of do it for now. It's not too cherryish. Okay, so let's zoom back out for a minute and have a look. How's that looking from the back? That's looking pretty good. I'm liking that. That's looking like a pretty decent little extra building. Now, what I'm not liking is the dark colour that I need to have here for this barn door being missing. Okay, barn door. Go back to we're going to go here and we're going to have two doors, one that goes up like that and the other one that goes up like that. I don't know if that's how it would be, but that's how it's going to be for today. So our barn doors are going to look like this. Then we're going to go light, and go even thinner, and we're going to go right down to a very opaque colour. And again, we're going to just emphasise certain points to pop it. That's the best way to get the colour to pop out. Now, that colour that I used a minute ago, that weird reddish brown, I'm going to pop across the top of these bits here, but a bit more darker, a bit darker. Okay. It's only going to be a little tiny bit of, it's not going to be solid red, brown, whatever colour it is. It's going to be enough to pop those bits there into a nice little piece of wood. Back up again to a lighter colour. And again, we're going to pop that wood there. Just slightly. Very little bit of popping there, not much. Then we go up again. Pop across there, across there. Okay, so that's looking pretty good. Now, how do we fix the front end of this? This is going to have to, there's got to be a way. There's one thing else I need to do. I'm going to pop that back end of the house with light coloured redwood timber. Slight things going on. Okay, it's like a thatched, kind of like a thatched roof, if you want to make it that way. So back in those days, they actually had thatched roofs. That's what they had. I'm not sure how to draw a thatched roof, so I'm just doing this instead. Looks a bit like a waffle effect. I'm pretty happy with that. That Looks pretty cool actually. I like that. That's weird, but I like it. Okay. Now, this part of the roof needs to go back to that tinny colour. So we need to get some black and we need to go not too overly defined, but a bit of definition. Because it's like a old style house, it doesn't have to be perfect spacing or anything. It can be all different bits of wood spaced out in different ways. It'll still work. Even if it's a bit crooked, it doesn't matter. Sometimes things were crooked back in the day, that's what you had. And it worked regardless. So I'm not worried about it being crooked. So now I'm going to go to a grey that's about there. I'm going to increase the size of my brush slightly. And we're going to give it the look of a tin roof. Very basically doing so. And you can kind of manipulate it so that it looks better just with your light and dark, really. I mean, you don't even have to really do much. It just already will pop itself pretty much. As you can see, this is working splendidly. It's quite an intricate little place. It's worked out well. And we just got to pop that top little roof line, bit of grey. All, not everywhere, just little bits and bobs. And then we're just going to go a little whiter up the top there, just to get a little sparkle on that edge there, which is where it will most define. And we're just going to go slightly over with the lighter colour. Just randomly. We're not even trying, we're just randomly doing this to try to give it just some kind of random look of something. There we go. And there we have a almost tinish look. And we're just going to pop little ridges across the bottom. That'll also give the illusion of corrugated, or that even looks like wooden roof slats, possibly. Just going to cheat a little here and supply that with a little bit of stuff as well. So that's pretty much the very basic base. Of that roof. And that thatched end down the end's fine like that. Okay. And we're just going to give a little bit of definition to the top of the chimney. Just slightly, nothing major. There we go. Now that we've done that, we're gonna try to let me think. I'm gonna drink some water. Finish the water I've got first. Okay. I'm going to go to 2F. So I'm saving, and I'm giving it a code every time I'm saving so that I can not lose anything, because when I go to my desktop and I pull across, there's going to be tons of them, and I'm saving at different points each time. So that was the beginning, right at the very beginning, and there's no colour or anything, and then it comes into the colour. So I know now that it's saving the way it needs to, which is helpful to me, knowing that I can have it. Rightio. So this bit here is going to have a loop end in. I mean a loop end. It's, well, I don't know what you call it. I don't know what they're called. It's basically going to be that this shadowed in, because it's against the edge of the house. But it's kind of like sticking forward there. I'm going to go all the way across to hard, and then we're going to use the hard resource there. Now, the front of the house barn thing is going to probably have some windows. Probably going to be like so. There. It's probably also going to be square windows too, because everything's basically the same. And then it's going to have an entry door, which is going to have a top over there, and then it's going to come down. I'll colour that, and then I'll get the rest of it sorted. I'm also going to put more of that Tudor looking colour strips, Tudor strips across here to give it that Tudor house more, confirming Tudor house look and feel. And it does actually resemble a Tudor house pretty well, given the way it's looking. And this front door is going to be having some big, bold, and colour there. It's going to have a big round thing there. Okay, so that gives me the windows here. Then I'm going to have along here another window. That's going to be a square. And another window. It's also going to be squared. And then I'm going to have a break. And then another window down here. Another square window. Okay. Maybe here on the side, there's a little side door. There. Okay. Which will just be a basic wooden slatted door. Down the back end, now the other thing is, again, we'll put the Tudor slats in. Now, some of those Tudor house slats are just random, and they're just like X's and Y's and weird shapes. So that would be kind of like how they would be. They'd have these strange shapes around them. And that's of course going to need one here. And then that's going to go across like so. And then that will just extend that door a little bigger. Make that door a little bigger. There we go. Okay. And then that end will be a thick piece of Tudor thing and another slat. Okay, so we now got our Tudor house. And we're going to do slats here on the sides of this part. Like that. And then just a side slat. That's how they looked. It was crazy back in the day. Then this back part is going to actually not be like that. It's going to be a full-on loggish, brickish building. So it's going to have just bricks, but no windows, I don't think. I think it's just going to be like an outdoor cellar thing, maybe. Doesn't need windows. Just sits where it is and that's all it does. Okay. And that can be more like a red brick. So we can do a little bits of red. Actually, don't want them to be too red. Just a bit of red. Nothing major. And I'm liking this little place. This is I'd like to live here. I think this would be a fun place to live at. So we got that happening. I'm going to make this door out of that wood colour. Reddish, light, like rosewood colour. And then I'm going to make the front door the same. I'll put the stripes back in later. But right now, that's how it's going to go. And I'm going to get the black. I'll re-outline the door. Stripe up top, stripe down the bottom, and crisscross there and here in a Z shape. Now I'm going to go to a yellowy gold and I'm going to make these hinges here a golden colour, and then I'm going to make the top of the door and the bottom of the door a golden colour, and just a slight little bit of pull there. Now then I'm going to go back to black. I'm going to pop a black knob there, and then I'm going to go really low down here, and we're going to just draw very slight bits of wood bits. Nothing much, just a little bit. And on this one, I'm going to go across 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're going to go down to a 1.9, which is like an impossible thin line. And then I'm going to put the red colour, actually, no, the yellow, goldy yellow, reddish yellow on this one too. So it's all the same. Okay. The one's a bit more yellow than the front door, which is more orangey gold. Not sure about that colour. Now, the windows down here, we're going to go back to the grey. I'm going to go to a decent sized grey brush. And we're going to do a little bit of work here, not much. Now remembering our windows up the top are all white, so we may even make some white windows down here to contrast that black. Okay, we'll think about that. How about, shall I leave them black or make them white? We'll try a white and see if it works. Let's try this end one with the white. Too much white? Maybe. If it's in keeping with the actual style of the house, it may be what needs to happen is that a little bit of white comes through. Doesn't have to be extreme white, just enough to give it a little bit of a push and a pop. Nothing major. I think that's working okay. That's actually looking pretty okay, I think. That works. And then I'll pop a bit of white on the door just to pop those bits of wood out. Instead of it being fully yellow, give it a bit of definition there. I'll go back to black. I'll use the black to pop that door and to pop the back end of the white there. Yeah, that's probably going to work okay like that. Now, we need the white again, and we're going to go to making the glass look like glass without overkill. Giving it a little bit of sheen. I think that's pretty cool. And that's like just I'm going to go and save this again just to be absolutely certain, because that was an awful lot of work. We're going to go to G. We're going to run out of the alphabet soon. Okay, so far we're going pretty all right. The only thing that we're really probably needing a little bit of is a bit more white here. I think because we've got white windows, perhaps this ought to be just more white. Like that. There we go. Oh yeah, that pops it. There we go. Look at that. Making the white come onto the door is, I thought it might have been too much, but I think it's actually popping it how it needs to be popped. There we go. Okay, now it's popping that nicely. I'm liking that. Okay. And the other thing I'd like to do is give a little bit of sheen on these bricks so they're not too pink. They're a little pinky, maybe a little too pink. Don't really like the pinkiness being too over the top. When I go back down to doing a thatched style roof, I think the pink is overkill. Okay, I think that'll do like that. Now we're going to get the black. We're going to tie off that edge of the house, that end of the house there. Now, this is the time for figuring out if we've done it right or not. Let's reverse and go out. Oh wow, that's a great little house in the background. That's an awesome little place. Look at that. That works right back there. That's bloody cool. I like that. Okay. So we'll go File, Save. So now that little cookie house now needs to, it's kind of like a little cookie cutter house, isn't it? It's kind of odd. It's kind of, I don't know. We need to do something in the paddock here. Perhaps there's a lake. We might make a lake. Like a dam. Maybe there's like a, or maybe there's just a heap more. Maybe there's more grass and trees. I don't know what to do. well, we could just go to a nice, really green hill. Go all the way up. Hey, that's not bad. That's not a bad little idea there. It's kind of going to work nicely with the colour. And that's just your base colour, so we're going to go above that into a different colour in a minute. But that's a good little base to work on to get ourselves kind of going. Okay, let's go down. Brush size down. Let's zoom in and go up. I had no idea what this was going to be like at all. And now I'm like, oh, I'll move in there. I'd live there. I hope I have a dream about this place. Maybe I've already dreamt about it and that's where it's come from. It might have been in my subconscious. Let's zoom in a little closer because we really want to be certain we're getting everything that we need to be getting. Not just a bit of it. We want to be working in and around all the parts we need to be working in and around. It really is just now making things fit how they should now, colour-wise, going with what colour I'm thinking I need to be at. Sometimes if I stare too long at this screen, it's not good for the eyes. So I can maybe do a little bit more and then I'm going to have to stop again. These things take time. When you get old, your eyes are strained. I couldn't work on my pocket watches anymore if I wanted to. It's just too hard. I can hardly see what I'm doing with this. I've got a piece of my hair stuck in the pen. How did that happen? I don't know. Okay, so we've got like a big green field across there. Just trying to figure out, because this side over here, get that brush down there. To where I'm actually there. Okay, so that's pretty good. Now let's remove and go back out and have a look at what that looks like there. Okay, that's coming along. What the heck? It's saying my Wi-Fi is gone. I don't know what's happened. Okay. We'll just have to work with it the way that it is. Okay, now, I'm really liking the green. However, I'm needing something else to happen. So I'm needing to really up the, I want to fluffy. I'm going to do fluffy. I want to do some fluffy. That's not really good. Fluffy's not working. On a ZBrush preview. So that fluffy lighter colour there is coming up on the top of the hill. There. That's going to be a bit of a helpfulness to me, because we want to kind of have it so that it's kind of undulating, making it look a bit like it's moving around. So let's go big and go in bigger strides. And just let that kind of sit there. How's that working? Is that working? I can't tell. It's like a... Oh, the hill is like... Okay, we want to do... Get that hill kind of working, that lighter colour. We're going to go a little lighter again, go back in. We're going to go a little lighter, just at the very, very top of the hill to a light colour. And we're going to just give little bits of that lightness coming through here and there, just in spots, random spots. It doesn't have to be exactly, it's just got to be a random spot. There we go. This gives us light, the illusion of a bit of light shift and movement up on the top of the hill. And then I'm going to make it even more harder, more opaque there. There we go. Then across the bottom here, where there's that little bit here, I'm going to go even further over, just dish out a little more, just on the top and the edge of those hills. So it's given a little bit of a movement across there. So it looks like there's a bit of a little bit of, you know, hills and dales moving around, a bit of movement that you wouldn't otherwise realise was there. There we go. I like that. Okay, now let's zoom back out and see how that looks. Okay, that's looking pretty good. You may want to just fix that bit there a little more. Just have some more definition going up the hill. A little bit more. But I quite like the result. I think that's pretty good. Same with over here. This hill here needs a little bit of a result there. A little bit of a kind of a humpy feel to that part there. Not too major. And then I think down the bottom here, we probably need to go even a little bit darker. Slightly. Where there's that little dip in the grey there. Zoom back in. And we'll just go slightly darker. Like a shadow coming over the hill. And let's curve it round and get it to sort of sit evenly there. Let's go to a big spray pattern there. There we go. Oh, I like it. This is really nice. This is just working beautifully. I'm really happy with this program and with this way I'm able to manipulate the colours there. Maneuver them. I like that. That's really cool. Now, so that's kind of now giving some balance to the back part. I still think there's maybe some things missing. What they are, I can't tell. Okay, so maybe I need a pathway. I see what I need. I'm going to go with the hard watercolour. And I'm going to go black. And I'm going to go forwards here. We're going to move over here. We're going to connect this area here. There's going to be a pathway that goes, well, should I? I mean, where does this creek go? Does it continue and keep going, or does it stop? Maybe it goes there. That doesn't make any sense though, because that's going uphill. So that creek must go down and then somewhere else. So if that's the case, then perhaps what we're needing to find here is a pathway that goes across to somewhere there. Well, maybe not even needing a pathway. Maybe we're just needing, well, well, what I could do right about here, I think there may be a wall comes up and goes across here and down over that way. No, it doesn't go all that way. It goes up here and it goes across and down to here. And it ends there, like that. And it's like a rock wall, maybe, brick wall-ish thing. It could be grey again. It might be grey. I think it's grey. It's a grey wall. Okay, so it's like a grey wall. Okay, so that side's that colour. The top's going to be lighter. It's probably going to look darker because it's further away. Well, it could go either way, couldn't it? It could look lighter or darker. Just depends on what perspective you have, I suppose. I'm thinking that that's about where the wall's going to be. Oh. Then we're going to go down to a darker grey there. And the top is going to be a slightly lighter grey. Not a lot lighter though, just enough to kind of give us a difference that's definite. Let's zoom in, so when we're working on the wall we're not screwing it up. Okay, now what I can do is, I'm wondering, does this have a battery? Does it have a battery? I don't know if it does. If I pull the plug, it continues to go. Oh, so it doesn't actually, you can not have it going on battery all day long. You can use it like that. So you could literally go somewhere. Hang on, I've lost my pen. I need to turn the light on. I can't see what I'm doing. Give me a second. What have I done? Where did I just put the pen I just had? Oh my goodness. Oh, here it is. Okay, so let's go back to our hard and our black colour, and let's go back across there like so. And let's go across here. Who's that? One of the cats is spewing. I can hear it. Who's vomiting? Hang on. Peppy? You're not in here, are you, Max? Max is missing. Okay, hold on. I'll be back in a minute. Maxie! How the heck is she gone missing? There you are! It's not you! Well, there's one of the kittens outside. It's one of the cats. It's probably Chavo vomiting again. I don't know what's it. I think the head's gotten to him. I have to take him to bed. Okay, let's sort that out. I can't find him. He's taken off. Well, it's not the two inside. Now I don't know what I was doing. Okay, I'm back again. Righty. Ow! Shit, sorry. Sorry, I haven't even looked to see how anybody is. Okay, so... Oh, there's no one there. I guess it gets a bit boring watching this kind of thing all day long. It would be annoying. Okay, so we're starting to get this wall underway. Illustrating. See, I'd love to just illustrate books. That would be a good job for me to do. But the only problem with that is, if I tried to do it, somebody would say to me, can you please do this? And I'd be like, I don't know what to do. I have no idea how to do that. Like, it would be kind of weird. Okay, now I'm going to go to soft and way back. No, up a little. Yeah, that's kind of how it's got to be. And then you're just going to go boom, 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 and so on, so forth, until you got that. Then you're going to go move out, and that then pops that part. So that's where you're now starting to tie in your work. Now, I'm really looking. I have, okay, so I'm going to just start doing some other things that are going to be a bit strange, but I'm going to do them regardless. I'm going to go to watercolor hard. I'm going to bring it right up. I'm going to, actually no, I'm going to bring it right down. I'm going to bring this right up. That's going to go right back. I'm going to zoom in here. And here is going to be a this I had in the last painting that I did. But what's going to happen here is a little bit different to what I had in the last painting. So this time, it's gonna still be a carton. It's gonna be a house carton. It's gonna be like a carton that has like a tunnel that goes into. So it's gonna be like it's gonna be weird. Okay, so we're gonna go to big white carton. This is where it's going to start turning into a really strange place. Then on the inside is going to be grey, like a darker grey, because it's going to be grey all the way through till the back, and that's where it's going to come back out the other side. So that's different to the last one. And not only that, we're going to go to black again. We're going to reduce, and we're going to go right back. We're going to go black. We're going to go black here. And we're going to make like a curve there. So we can see the okay. So we're going to go back to white, right in the corner white, extreme white. And that's going to be And then that other colour there, grey, that darker grey can go here. Actually, it's going to be even darker than that, and it's going to be smaller. And it's going to go there, like so, to where it's not even. And we got like a little bit of grey under there. We're going to go all the way back and we're going to make it like so. Yeah. It's going to be just a couple of little spots where the carton is kind of we're going to go to black and we're going to go all the way and all the way. So we've got a nice definition there. Okay, so that's going down through the water. And again, we're going to have the darker grey define that section there. And that's going to go like that there. Okay, I'm going to zoom in and write the milk here with the zoom. Go to full on hardness. Ah, Okay, so it says fresh milk. I'm doing and redoing accidentally. I don't know what I'm doing. Undo, undo, yeah, it's kind of odd, but that's how it is. Okay, so it says milk and milk. But what colour will the words be? Fully white? Maybe fully white. Usually when you have a milk carton, it's a dark blue. I think it's a dark blue. Like that. I could be wrong, but I'll try the dark blue. I think it's dark blue. Yeah, I think it's dark blue. And then maybe on the side it stays white with just a little bit of dark blue underlining, maybe. That might be what happens. We go right down to almost a 0. We go down to a softer, and then that just kind of does a... See, the pixels are different when it's not strong. So it might be better to go hard. At least then it's the right colour. Go up and do the F in a blue. Yeah? Oh, sorry. I'll be back. Hang on. Yeah, outside, one of the cats. And then maybe there's like a blue stripe on the outside of the lid, like that, like a blue container line. And even, I remember back in the day, there used to be little lines across the top of the milk cartons where they were stamped together, and when the glue was put on to glue them together, and they would have these lines around them. I remember that. I just remembered that then. Back in the day, that's how it was. Go to black. Okay. Now we'll go back to the blue. Is that the blue? Probably not. It's probably a different blue. Well, it's close. Close enough. No, it's not. It's not the blue. Blue's there. Go down. It's a very odd thing to be on the ground, but that's how it is. It's just like that. It's like something you'd find at a putt-putt golf course. That's what it reminded me of. Okay. And we'll go down one line there. Across there, and across here. And then on the outside edge of that line there. Rightio. And then across that line there. Alright, so that gives us like a nice little carton that is doing something strange, but it's working. We'll zoom back out. I like that. That's bloody cool. Save as. H. Yeah. That is pretty darn cool. It's such a awesome little way to use a milk carton. Now, I'd like to do some little things here. I just don't know what else I can do there. I mean, it's too plain there. There needs to be something happening. What could I have happening here? Well, it could just be more grass happening. Like a stack load more grass. Well, that's going to take forever. But it might be a good... I know what it could be. It's like a strange scaly pattern. It's almost like it's a dragon's back or something like that. It might be. That might be what it actually is. Could be like that this is a dragon's back. Maybe. It's definitely going to give me something to give me room to maneuver and allow for things to let's undo that. Let's zoom in. We don't want to screw it up. But we also don't want to leave it unattended in the background, doing nothing. So that's why I'm gonna fix that up. Okay. Okay, so that's kind of like a weird... Okay, so what do we do with it? We got the scaly things happening, so what are we going to do with them? We're going to colour them. What colour are we going to use? What are we going to do? Move back out, have a think about this. Oh, I know what they are. I know what they are. Why did I not know this? How did I not know this? They are little, funny little little brush preview. Wait for it. Oh wow, okay. This is what they are. There. Chicken eggs. We got milk and we got eggs. And they're all piled in the one's little yard for whatever reason. That is insane. I love it. I love it. I love it. I think this is brilliant. The things that it does, I have no idea, and then suddenly it shows me what it's doing, and I'm like, wow, that is cool. Because I couldn't figure out for the life of me what the heck that was. I thought it's rocks or some kind of scales or dragon scales or feathers or something like that. No, it's actually a bunch of chicken eggs. A whole stack of them. Well, there you go. You got your milk and your eggs. Maybe there's butter somewhere as well. We're going to zoom in. We're going to move our brush control down a little. And we're going to get our eggs all lined up, ready to go. It's unbelievable, unbelievable that it was an egg the whole time. I'm going to go a little whiter on the back ones. Just so I can see them because they're a little harder to place. It really is a strange thing to experience. In being in such a... Now, one thing I've noticed is I've made a big mistake. So I'm going to go up there. I'm going to go back here. I'm going to go back to there. I'm going to go up here to hard. I'm going to go to black. I'm going to correct and fix the bits that have overspread into the wrong spots. There's not a lot of them, but there's a couple of bits that have kind of gone wrong. The rest of them are pretty darn good. Okay, so we've done that. Now we're going to go up to white. We're going to go to opaque, soft and fluffy, and then we're going to come up here and give those eggs here just that little bit more sheen on them. Like a double yolk there. Okay, how cool is that? Chicken eggs everywhere. Now let's move back out and let's have a look. It works. It actually works as eggs. It's got to get that little bit more . Okay, so now we've got chicken eggs, we've got milk. Oh, I think I know what's meant to happen now. Here, I think there's meant to be on the side here in the corner. There's a little box seat. Well, it's not a box seat. It's like it is a box seat. Well, it's a box. It's like a bench, and it's gonna be. Yep. Yeah. Okay, I see what it is. Okay, so again we've got a goldeny lighter coloured, like a yellowy colour. Brush size needs to get bigger. If you see Olivia, can you let me know? Just worried about her. We've got the darker there, the lighter there. Darker. See?
Okay, I'll lock the door back now.
Okay, thanks. Okay. And we got red. The top is going to be red. Red around the edge. Red around the box. Red like that. Now, if this happens to be an actual brand of butter, then it is, I don't know. It's an accident if it is. So I'm going to just try and see if I can write going to have a blue, dark blue, dark blue. And I'm going to go black. I'm going to go to outline. I'm going to go right down to 0, nearly 2.2. I'm going to zoom in. I'm going to go down here. This reminded me of my old days of sign writing, doing the windows, shopping windows. Back when you could use your talent to work in a grocery shop and make their tickets for them and do their windows for them, display their specials, and yeah. I'm gonna make this slightly bigger. Get a 3.8 on this one. Now it's very rough looking, but I really want it to be like that because I remember this butter when I was a kid. Don't know what it was called. It could have even been called Gold Star butter. But the writing was so hapsadaisy on it that I kind of went, whoa, okay, this is really weird. Have they deliberately made it look terrible? Or is it terrible because it's accidental? But I quite liked the fact that it was terrible. I remember thinking as a child, wow, they've made a big mistake. If they can make a mistake and still get a job, then I can get a job, maybe, if I ever make a mistake. The shit I thought as a kid. But yeah, it was having trouble seeing right now. Let's think about this. Okay. A bit tacky, but I think it's going to work once we look from far back. I think we're going to go, oh yeah, that's working nicely, because everything else is so darn intricate. It's good to have something that's not really intricate happening. So you've got a contrast there. will draw your eye back, or I may end up scrapping it all together and going, I don't like that. This is what it's making me do right now. I might not like it, but it might like what it's doing. Okay, so let's say that that's what it is. The old star butter. There we go. Pop a little dot in there and then pop a little white dot on top of that. There we go. And if we just let that be how it goes, let's reverse out, and it works. It draws you in. It makes you go that way. The blue there goes to the blue there. Okay, that's working for me. Okay. Now, what I've got to do is go back forwards. And I've got to back to the pink that I was on. Actually, no. Let's go to the yellow. Let's get rid of that. Let's scrap that. Now the star is not gold, the star is blue. But I'm going to make gold on the edge. I just realised it would be an oxymoron otherwise. Well, not an oxymoron, but I don't know, it would just not be a good thing. I love you like a big black there. There's a star. The outline of a star. That maybe there we go. Now the other thing that it may have is it may have like a little secondary line in that goes around like this. Because back in the day, they did a lot of stripes and things when they had products. They liked to use stripes and checkers and things like that because it made it pop out and stand out. So if we do it that way, it might work out a little more eye-catching compared to if we don't. Okay. Now, I think we'll do blue, dark blue in the, not dark blue, but like a blue. Every second piece we'll do blue. And then the middle will be like so totally gold yellow. We'll do gold yellow. So pink, blue and gold yellow will be how it looks. So let's zoom in so we can actually get into those extra little corners that we need to get into. And we don't miss anything. And do the best that we can with filling these in. And this is where the time-consuming stuff happens, like when you've got to do each individual little checker. That's where it's time-consuming. Yeah, you could probably use an autofill thing and do it that way, but I think it's just better to do it this way. Especially if you haven't got the checkers working for you in the way you need, then you might have some trouble. Because if you do an autofill and you haven't got your lines fully connected, it'll just fill everything. So that can be a dangerous thing too. I remember doing that once in Cold Photo Draw. I'm pretty sure this is exactly the same as the butter can tin that I saw years ago when I was a kid. And I remember thinking how fancy it was. That's just how it goes. I will check the chat in a minute. I just get engrossed, so apologies for that. I'll get busy and I don't. There's probably no one there anyway, but I will have a look in a minute. Okay, so looks good. Make sure you set. Yeah, I will. Thanks for watching. I'm saving it. I'm up to H. Now I'm going to go to I. That's how many times I've saved. So I. I'm going through the alphabet to save it. Rightio. Let's reverse out. I'm going to have to stop soon. But that looks pretty cool. It kind of brings everything back in and makes it look more like it should. Now, there might even be another thing here. There could be like a I don't know why it's doing that. It's going sideways. It's me. I can't make it go straight. I'm trying to make it go straight. There's like some kind of weird cabinet thing out here. There must be like an electricity box. I don't know what that is. But it must be some kind of important thing. And it's got pop rivets on it, I know that. It's telling me that. 1, 2. So what is it? What colour is it? Is more the question. We've got gold, red, blue. It's gonna have to fit in. It can't be a crazy colour. It's got to be a colour that works. It could be like a fuchsia colour, like one of the, yeah, that might be it. It might be that colour. I don't have that colour anywhere. I think that's the colour. Or partially the colour. I like that colour. That's a very pretty colour. So, let's zoom in again. Move back across. And get that sorted. So Surreal World is looking fun. The colours it has. And it's going to have another, there's going to be black, down, down, down. It's going to be another thing again. I'm going to go pink again, fuchsia again. That's more pink. It's more pink. That's more like it. I think that's more the colour. If it's slightly different, it's okay. Just go a bit thicker. This could just be like a strange, weird mailbox in the middle of nowhere. I'm thinking that's what that might be. It's got different colour there to the light purple, the fuchsia colour. Which is more this colour. So it's got that pink, then the dark, light, then the dark. Makes it kind of strange. What is it? What the heck is this? Oh, I've got to think about that. I'll figure that out. It's something. It's not nothing. It comes from somewhere. But what the heck is it? Is it like a super dark? See, that could go very dark, and that can go here on the edge there. That really dark colour goes on the outside box edge. That's where that goes. That's fine. Okay. And then what happens is it also has a box there. Down we go to black. Go all the way down. zoom in a bit more across. Once you zoom in, you can see little spots that you've missed. You've got to kind of correct them. You don't have to, but if you do, it looks better. But sometimes you get tired and you don't care about corrections as much as just going to bed, having a break. So that's how that goes. But what are you? Maybe you're like a lolly wrapper. Or maybe you're kind of like a box of something. I just don't know what you are. Figure it out in a minute. Could be like the TARDIS, but it's a pink thing. Could be anything. And then I'm going to go down there with completely hard, 100% hardness. Just thinner. Then I'm going to go to a very light, dusty pink. Light pink. I'm going to go there. But I want that to be softer. And the tablet's overheating. There we go, that's softer. Now it looks like some kind of jewel. So I'm going to go for a darker, dusky pink up the top there. On that part. Okay, well, that's pretty cool. Alright, now we'll go back up to light pink. Light white pink. Okay, so let's move out. Go back. That kind of, it's a very strange colour to be in the middle of nowhere. It's kind of popping a bit much. I may have to put some pink over here somewhere, but I'm not going to worry about it right now. Today I'm going to finish save as to J. Go to J, to desktop, save that. Let's have a look at the desktop and see if J is saved. E, F, B, D, C. H, I, J. Yeah, it's saved. Okay, so that's fine. And we can now turn off that and shut the computer down. I think I can, and it will still work. It should be okay. I'm hoping to God it is. Okay, so let's just try it. We're gonna close. Close that. Close that. And now I'm going to bring this back up. It worked. Woohoo! I figured it out. So if I switch this on, it's back again. And it'll come straight back up. Yep. So we got it. Well, that's really cool. Now let's reverse out. Reverse. Forward one. And there we go. That's like working nicely. You can see how it's looking now. So I'll just show you very quickly. Hang on, let me just switch it around so you can see. And I'll turn it this way so I can show you. This is how it looks now. So we got in the background we got the little cookie cutter house, which is freaking awesome. The milk carton, the eggs in the front yard, the church in the background, the Gold Star butter, the bridge, the wall, the tree. Not done yet, but getting there. It's working. This is the main thing. It's actually working. I'm pretty impressed. So I'm going to give it a break now. I've been going at it for a long time today. But see, these kind of things, they are so fun to do. And I'm going to shut down the Mac. And that's it. It's shut down. And then I can switch everything off from over the other side. And I don't have to worry about it. And I figured out that my tablet does not have to be... Oh, actually... That might not be that. Is that my tablet? I can't tell. Well, it may be. Oh no, it seems like it does. It does have to be plugged in, or it won't work. Can't see where that is. I don't know what that. Okay, so let's. Oh yep, okay. So that's it says it's got a battery in it, but the battery's really not in it. The battery's... I don't know where this is coming from. This might be something else. I don't know what. Oh, that's the light bulb. Light switch. I can't see what I'm doing. God damn it, I can't see a darn thing. Blind as a bat. Can't believe how blind I am with many things. I'm so blind. Well, either way, it's working lovely. And I think the mistake I made the other day was probably, you were probably right about it. The mistake probably was that I didn't save it as a separate thing. I kept saving it as the same thing over and over and over again, just hitting save. And I think that's what went wrong. It ended it from being able to be, what do you call it? Being able to sort of work productively. So it's kind of, I don't know where this is coming from. I don't know what that's for. What is that for? I have no idea what that is for. Is that working? It may not be working. I don't think that's working. I don't think my charger's charging. Oh no, it's working. Yeah, I think that was what you did the same thing with Cubase. Yeah, that's what it was. But I'm liking this painting. Like, I did like the one I did the other day. I mean, the baby one with the baby and the toast and everything was awesome. But I can't replicate it. Even if I look at it, I can't do it again. It is what it is. It's how it is. It won't happen again. Oh, did you see Mum anywhere on your travels? Oh, I might just go to sleep. I'm completely exhausted. Might go to bed and have a bit of a rest from my eyes straining. You haven't seen her. Oh, okay. I'll go and see if I can find her. I don't want to open my window because I'll end up getting things out. Okay, I'm going to head off of here and get some rest. All right. Have a good night. Are you coming back down to the house at all this evening? Or you're not sure? Oh. It's 8:20. You're sleeping? Yeah, okay. All right, have a good sleep. I'm going to go to sleep myself. Bye for now. Thanks to everyone who watched. Bye for now. Bye.